Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
First at 4, breaking news surrounds a vehicle explosion on a bridge that connects New York and Canada near Niagara Falls. 2 people are dead, but many questions remain. Early reports say the vehicle smashed into a checkpoint on the American side of the Rainbow Bridge at a high rate of speed and then exploded. 4 border crossings in that area have been closed. The FBI is involved to determine if there's any chance it might be terrorism. So far, that's unknown. Right now, it's not clear if the crash was intentional. We are expecting a news conference in the coming hours. We have been checking on border security on the local crossings into Canada. Jacqueline Francis live at the Ambassador Bridge. Jacqueline.
Karen, we've been keeping a close eye on things here at the Ambassador Bridge. As you can see, traffic is moving smoothly, but officials are on high alert. We know that from hearing earlier from the Canadian Prime Minister. But as far as things go here on the Ambassador Bridge, they're telling us no delays, but they are keeping a close eye on what's going on over out east on the Rainbow Bridge. That's between Niagara Falls area and New York. Now let's talk more about what we know about the heightened security at this time. We did hear from Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, who said all of security is being heightened at their borders. We are working on our sources here on the American side to see what security protocols are looking like right now, but they're keeping quiet at this time. We're going to keep reaching out, trying to get more information. We know this is a busy travel day. A lot of questions about will this push traffic over because those borders are closed out east. But again, things here right now at the Ambassador Bridge are looking good. And then coming up at 5 o'clock, we're going to talk one-on-one with a former FBI special agent, get his insight on exactly what could be going on right now and what this kind of investigation entails. Reporting live from the Ambassador Bridge, Jacqueline Francis, Local 4.
All right, we appreciate it. Thank you, Jacqueline. Also, first at 4, there are some new charges in the 2-year mystery surrounding the disappearance of Dee Warner. State police arrested her husband. 53-year-old Dale Warner was arraigned this morning in Lenawee County. He's facing a charge of open murder, also tampering with evidence. His wife disappeared from her home in Tipton. It was back in April of 2021. She's never been heard from again. But there's no sign of her body in spite of some extensive searching. Detectives continue to pursue leads. Dee's family believes her husband has all the answers.
There is one person that could end all of this, and that's Mr. Warner. He could come forward and he could try to make things right, and this would end all of this. But so far, I don't see any indication of that. And so we'll charge forward with the prosecution and all the evidence that's there.
So far, state police described Dale Warner as uncooperative. He pleaded not guilty today and is being held on $20 million bond. The family of a woman who was shot, carjacked, and killed on Detroit's west side faced the man responsible in court this morning. Bradley Thurman reached a plea deal in the death of Tracy Golden. You may recall the healthcare worker and mother stopped at a liquor store to buy some juice on the night of December 28th of 2022. As she walked toward her SUV, Thurman shot her, stole her keys and other valuables, and then drove off in her car. He was arrested weeks later. Today, Golden's family shared their feelings with the court. Her husband clearly angry, and her daughter outlined what she's lost.
I don't hear her fussing at me about my grades anymore. She'll never see me graduate college. She'll never meet my children. She'll never be at my wedding. All of that was taken from me.
I just wish I could do him the way he did my wife, our daughter, our family, period. Now I have to rely on his life in prison.
Now, it's hard to tell if Thurman will spend the rest of his life behind bars. He's 20 years old and was given 2 years for a felony firearm charge, to be followed by 28 to 50 years for second-degree murder. Michigan's Attorney General is launching a new holiday scam campaign and a new consumer protection website. Dana Nessel's office says this new website will make it easier to find consumer alerts and look into charities more quickly. You can find it at michigan.gov/consumer protection. New at 5, our consumer investigator, Hank Winchester, talking to the AG about the new campaign and how it can help you and your family. Well, it looks like many people hit the road earlier, but today is the day for millions of people hurrying to Thanksgiving celebrations. Let's take a live look right now. Metro Airport on the left side of your screen. We're monitoring the travel rush as well. But if you're staying home, downtown Detroit is getting ready to welcome huge crowds for America's Thanksgiving Parade, presented by Gardner White. Weather has been a big impact on all of us, of course. Kim Adams standing by with the first forecast. Hey, Kim.
Hey, Karen. Well, we've got a lot of clouds out there, but it is dry today, and we will be dry tomorrow as well. Outside, we've got below normal temperatures. It's 43 in Detroit, 41 in Howell, 40 in Pontiac, and 45 in Adrian. Pretty much low 40s, a few mid 40s out there, and even a 39 up in Lapeer. So definitely cooler than normal today if you're headed downtown to the Red Wings game. I know the game's inside, but you have to walk sometimes a far distance. It will be dry, chilly, clearing out by the end of the game with temperatures dropping down into the upper 30s. Tomorrow, what a great Thanksgiving forecast this is. Starts out a little cold, 34 degrees, but warms up nicely with sunshine in the afternoon to 46. We do have to talk about some snow for Sunday, which could affect travel on the way home. We'll do that in a few minutes.
Well, big crowds are traveling through airports across the country today, with 2.7 million people flying the day before Thanksgiving. Here's another live look at Detroit's Metro Airport. You can see right there, you do have some crowds, but it's not overwhelming at all. Not too many delays reported in or out of Detroit. Zero cancellations. Consumer investigator Hank Winchester is talking to more people at the airport right now, and he's going to join us with an update live at 5. Now, tomorrow morning, our coverage of America's Thanksgiving Parade, presented by Gardner White, kicks off at 6 a.m. Our morning crew gets things started. Then Devin, Kimberly Gill, Kim Adams, and I got to join the fun. So if you're not going to come downtown, get cozy on the couch or perhaps from your kitchen while you're getting ready for the big meal. Watch the whole parade. Live coverage on Local 4 or streaming on Local 4 Plus. Many American families praying right now for a Thanksgiving miracle over in the Middle East. Israel and Hamas have agreed to a truce and hostage release, but we haven't seen the results yet. And human rights activists have some big concerns about the treatment of civilians during this war. Kimberly Gill is in the newsroom right now with the very latest for us. Kim.
Hi, Karen. Good afternoon. Right now, the truce is scheduled to start at 10 a.m. local time tomorrow. The agreement was announced last night. It's a big first step, but there's a long way to go, and things are expected to play out very methodically. So once the truce goes into effect, Hamas is expected to release 50 hostages taken on October 7th, mostly women and children. In return, Israel is expected to release 150 Palestinians it's been holding. It's not clear exactly who will be released first, so about 240 families face anxious days ahead. The truce is set to last 4 days, but Israel says it could last longer if Hamas agrees to release 10 additional hostages day by day. The truce should also allow more aid to get into Gaza, but human rights activists are still worried about the treatment of civilians in a conflict that's far from over. First, one relative of a hostage describes the wait for word on his brother. Listen.
We hope and we believe that Idan is alive and he's okay, and we will see him. And this is our feelings like for the next days. I'm sure it's gonna be very intense and nervous.
And while it's very good that some hostages will go home and civilians in Gaza will hopefully get some more aid, it's not enough. We need to stop using civilians as tactics for negotiations. And all parties need to respect their obligations to civilians. Full stop. Israeli and Palestinian civilians.
So, Karen, we're monitoring new developments as they happen. We'll have another update when you join us for Local 4 News at 5. For now, though, we'll send it back to you.
All right. Thank you, Kim. New numbers on jobless benefits show once again how the American economy continues to surprise the experts. The number of new unemployment claims dropped by 24,000 last week. You can see the new total on your screen. The previous week's number was the highest since August, with 233,000 applications. This newest drop shows Americans enjoying unusual job security in spite of higher interest rates. The Federal Reserve has raised its benchmark rate 11 times since March of 2022 to fight inflation. Many worried that would lead to a recession, but so far that hasn't happened. Well, for almost a third of his life, a little Shelby Township boy named Beckett has been really fighting so hard to survive at a hospital in Memphis, Tennessee. Well, this morning, the very definition of Thanksgiving happened as his family returned home to an amazing welcome. Paula Tupman was there and joins us live with this story. Paula.
Hi, everybody. I really want you to take a look at this because this really could be an episode of HGTV. I mean, take a look at these finishes. High-end finishes, every single nook and cranny. Joel is hustling up the stairs so we can show you Beckets' room because this is truly the pièce de résistance. I was here as the family was coming in, and I got to tell you, even I got choked up.
A near presidential parade for a little boy who used to be sick. 3-year-old Beckett has been away from his Shelby Township home for 9 months, fighting cancer at St. Jude's Hospital. Yesterday, he got the all clear. He's cancer-free, and he was sent home in time for Thanksgiving.
Welcome home! Holy.
Only what he didn't realize is that a brand new home was awaiting him. Sweet Dreams, which usually redecorates the bedrooms of sick children, realized this home needed so much because of a plumbing problem and water damage.
There's a lot of issues that happened with the leak coming from the tub. I guess it cracked, so it leaked down into the kitchen, so we had drywall damage.
With an army of donations and volunteers, they started with Beckets' room and then just kept going.
They created this monster truck bed for Beckett.
Beckett, who courageously fought brain cancer and won, got the monster truck's bedroom of a lifetime.
Are you ready, Beckett?
Holy smokes!
Wow. The wheels are made into stairs where he can enter the bed. You have a drawer in the front for all of his monster trucks.
Oh my God!
He's got a set of car keys that actually turn lights on and off underneath the car.
Beckett!
Well, we know where they're all going to be.
It was absolute magic.
Nobody else. And I was like maybe like 3 miles down the road. Yeah, I was like,
Beckett's home.
No.
We didn't know for sure what would happen in March when we found everything out. Didn't even know we were going to be here.
New family spaces, kids' rooms, Nike sneakers.
This was basically a sectional piled up in the corner.
I'm good. We could just stay right here.
We involved 10 different designers from the Michigan Design Center, and each took on a space, and they have just been our angels.
The fireplace works.
It does.
Look at Sissy's room.
It was hard for her to handle it, honestly.
Yeah.
But it was a lot, and it was awesome what they did.
Yeah, I mean, come on, look at this bed. Seriously? And also, I want to show you this. You see this stadium seat? This is actually from the Palace of Auburn Hills. Remember that place? It's a collector's item. You know, but for the donations and the volunteers, this is several $100,000 worth of work on this home. When Big Brother Aaron walked in, he said, "This is sick!" And I just thought that was so amazing because this family, for the first time, can say, okay, sick. This kind of sick is actually good. And they're home for Thanksgiving.
Oh, Paula, and those hats. You know, obviously,
You know, right?
Beckett's a warrior, but so is his family. I mean, going through all of this and being so strong. So good that he's home this holiday.
And still so kind and thoughtful and thankful.
Yes, most definitely. Thank you. We needed a story like this. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Happy Thanksgiving, Paula.
You bet.